When Paul says, "Children, obey your parents," is he referring to everyone of any age? Or is there a historical, legal, and biblical context behind these words? Today, we'll understand what Paul truly meant. Ephesians 6:1 says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." This verse is often misinterpreted as eternal obedience. We must ask, who are the children? What does obey mean? And in what context did Paul write this? Paul writes within the Greco-Roman world, where a clear legal system called guardianship existed. While a child was a minor, they had no autonomy, did not decide for themselves, were under guardians and administrators, and depended entirely on their father. Paul uses this legal background to explain the Christian life. In Ephesians 6:1, Paul uses the Greek verb upakuo, hyperko. This verb does not simply mean to listen to advice. It means to obey someone who has direct authority over you. Hyperko is used for slaves with their masters, soldiers with their superiors, and minor children under guardianship. That is, it's an obedience linked to dependence, not maturity. The word Paul uses is tekna. In the context of the Roman household, tekna refers to children who still live under the father's house, who are financially dependent, subject to discipline, and without legal autonomy. Paul is not talking about adult men, married people, someone who has already formed their own household. Now, Paul explains this explicitly in Galatians 4:1-2. While the heir is a minor, he is no different from a slave, though he owns the whole estate. He is subject to guardians and administrators. Here, Paul makes it clear, minor child acts under guardianship. Guardianship backs obedience, maturity, responsible freedom. That is, obedience is a phase. Paul himself answers this in Ephesians 5:31. "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and hold fast to his wife." When a man leaves his father's house, forms his own family, and assumes responsibility before God, he is no longer under guardianship. Childlike obedience gives way to spiritual maturity. Paul does not teach rebellion. He teaches maturity. Minor children obey. Adult children honor, respect, care. But they no longer live under guardianship. The Bible does not imprison. It leads to maturity. Understanding the context does not weaken Scripture. On the contrary,